You are not your limiting beliefs. You are living into your limiting beliefs, but you are not your limiting beliefs. And I'm not going to go too deep into that. Instead, I'm going to give you some tangible things. So, in particular, I had a client recently make the comment about how somebody had made the comment that they weren't much of a leader. And it was actually a very snarky employee that had corrupted a couple of other employees. So, in particular, a not efficient person that didn't belong on the bus, meaning did not belong in their business, but they hadn't quite um, released them back into the wild so that they could relocate themselves somewhere else. Anyhow, it got what it did was brought up for them what's called a limiting belief, meaning you believe something that limits your growth. It's called a limiting belief, limit your growth. And it brought this limiting belief that they were not a good leader, that somehow they didn't have great leadership quality. Complete BS. They're leading hundreds of people, multi-million dollar company, multiple, just such crap. But this limiting belief is in there. And all of a sudden now it's out. And they're feeling that. And it meant that they were actually leading from that place. They were starting to lead from the place of, I'm not a great leader. And guess what? That does make you a not great leader. So I needed to convert them off of that quickly. And one of the fastest ways, the long way to permanently remove it is there's a couple different ways, but one, you kind of dig in, where did it come from? You disprove it. It's a small process. It's well worth doing. Another way that works very effectively is hypnosis, but for some people that makes them pucker and they get too nervous, so they miss out on that opportunity. All fine. There's other options. And another way, in particular, to dispel a bad limiting belief, a point where you are bullying yourself, is to make fun of it, to find a way to laugh at it and make fun of it. And one of the easiest ways to do that right now is to utilize the tools that we have. And one of the tools that we have is AI. And I made a tool just to do this. So if you find yourself with this limiting type of belief, meaning somebody makes a criticism, or you find yourself, I have a limiting belief about my body that I'm working on and working through. And part of it goes that I'm not worthy of friends when I weigh over a certain weight. I'm not sure where that came from. I'm digging around a little bit. I'm pretty sure I know where it was located until I get it completely exercised out of my belief systems. When I see it appear, I actually have 5 or 6 really good comebacks that make me laugh at that. And it depowers that bully in me. And I get to laugh. I calmly laugh at it. And I'm like, oh, that's so not true. Did I mention? Like, yeah, nobody said that. And if they did, I wouldn't take them seriously. Like, I just wouldn't. I'd smile and laugh at them. So I'm like, I'm just going to smile and laugh at you. Same type of thing. So I have this really awesome, I highly recommend. It's down below in the comments or in the description, wherever we could put it. There is a link to this. And oh my gosh, I'm encouraging you to go play with this. It writes 10 jokes for you about a limiting belief. So you can just put in the whole, feel like I'm not a great leader because of this, or whatever that limiting belief is, which I see a wide variety of them. And it's fun. It's fun to get back those jokes, and it gives you a little bit of encouragement, and it helps you find at least one action that you can take. So, limiting beliefs, basically labels and identities that you have that keep you limited, hence limiting beliefs, not founded in actual facts and not at all truthful, that need to be rerouted. Not always do we have the time or energy to stop everything we're doing and right, do the journaling. Instead, I created this really awesome tool that I'm giving away free. Use it as much as you want. Share it with your friends. Have some fun, because guess what? The thing your inner bully doesn't like is when you have fun, because fun depowers it and energizes your amazing brain that's excited to live, that gets full on in life 100%. I want that for you. That is what you should be doing and what you deserve. I'm Georgina. Unconventional leadership coach, person with really fading light colors. Gonna be an interesting video. And unconventional leadership coach, international neurodiversity coach, and champion for you having incredible beliefs about the extraordinary person that you are. Thank you so much. Bye now.